Babes. Welcome back to the Boss Babes Guide. I'm Sim.
And I'm Wit. And we want to talk to you about what your hopes are for a presidential candidate, because it seems like I could be running for president.
Yeah.
Could you? Everyone's running.
It does feel like that.
I mean, I swear to God, how many candidates could we have in the primary?
I feel like personally for me it's just like so important that a candidate is kind of like a bully and a bigot and closed-minded and like really aggressive and like condescending. So I'm so glad that Donald Trump is running.
And rich enough to run their own campaign without having to take money from others.
Totally rich enough to like pay people to come out and like pretend like they're supporting him. So I'm feeling really confident because finally like the person that I've been wanting to run is like finally here.
I know, and bad hair is also part of the ticket. It's really good.
I'm feeling so confident.
Feeling so good about this. You know, it actually does the opposite to me. When we see this many people coming out in our party, our parties are not able to rally behind a couple of people. Mm-hmm. And I get that that's the nature of the primary, but it feels like it shows how much they don't have their shit together. If like every person is like, I don't like this person, I'm going to run, and I'm going to run, and I'm going to run. And I just feel like as a party, you know, wouldn't you throw your backing into like a couple of individuals that you felt really confident, like everybody felt really confident, like this is a person from our end of things that is really poised to lead. I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I could totally see that. Like you would think that like the Democrats and the Republicans would each have maybe like two candidates.
Okay, even if it were 5, that would be fine. I mean, but like 16 presidential candidates, that's absurd.
43 is America's lucky number.
You know, and thinking about what I want in a presidential candidate, you know, I like to think of someone who has proven themselves as a civil servant. So I want someone who's had a great career in government, in public service, you know, whether or not that's working for nonprofits or working for specifically for the government in the Senate or the Congress or local government or whatever that is. I want someone that has a service-oriented background and that's used to working for and on behalf of others.
And an understanding about like how politics actually works.
Right. And someone maybe potentially with policy background too, someone who's had to either whether they've lobbied or whether they've had to write policy changes that have gone through. Those sorts of things are important to me. Like you understand the fundamentals of how the system works. That's very key. And whether or not, no matter where they fall on the spectrum of like moderate to severely Democratic to Republican, I want them to be able to see the value of meeting in the middle. You know, whether or not they personally feel very strongly like about right to life or like right to choose. I want them to see the value of let's agree to disagree or let's come together for the greater good and make a decision that best affects everyone. Right. I think that that's really hard to find right now, and maybe it's just because so many extreme people are running.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I think people are, in my opinion, like people are always a little bit more extreme like during the primaries because they're trying to catch like certain members of their party and get that vote, and then when the actual like when the main election takes place and there's only 2 candidates, I mean typically I know there's oftentimes like independents, I'm not trying to like discredit
but 2 main candidates.
Yeah, but 2 like main candidates, then I feel like they start to become more moderate because all of a sudden it's like, okay, I know I'm going to get my party's vote. Now I'm trying to like get some. Yeah, exactly. So I think that shift happens.
That makes me not trust them then, because like I feel like you should believe what you believe from the beginning, and you shouldn't be changing your stance on policy just to win votes.
Wouldn't that be nice?
God, wouldn't that be amazing?
I know. And then like there's all like the lobbyist issues, and like Tim and I were talking the other day about how it just feels kind of frustrating because if you, I mean, I don't know, I sort of feel like money like runs the election.
It
so
100% does.
It's hard to know if someone's like being really, really authentic, but I do feel like when I am looking at who I would want to be the president of the United States, I want that person's like the spokesperson for our country, so I would want to feel comfortable with them interacting like on behalf of our military, interacting on behalf of our economy, interacting on behalf of our people here and abroad. And so I think that I mean, I don't know, I'm not saying this is the most important thing, but I do like to have someone who seems like respectful and like you were saying, open to hearing other people's opinions, while still keeping in mind what they believe to be in the best interest of the people. And also to remember that politicians are really supposed to be like the voice for the people. So I think it's important that they actually listen to what people are asking for.
Absolutely. So if you were to cherry pick one person, this doesn't need to be reasonable, but like any person in the world to be the president, the next president, who would you pick?
You.
She's so full of shit. I'd pick Beyonce.
Legit, I would probably pick Tim.
Like, he would be really good.
He would be. I've been telling him for so long that he should run for office. Yeah, because I think he's just like so honest and so good, but he is like unwavering. Yeah. So I just feel like he wouldn't get caught up in bullshit.
Well, he has really, really good standards. So he just, he's... Yeah. Set that bar up there.
Yeah.
Go ahead and climb up to that one, guys.
Yeah. So I like that. Beyonce, maybe like Tim could run as Beyonce's vice president.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yes.
Queen Bee for president with Tim Simeone as vice.
Oh my God, Jay-Z and I would like hang out all the time.
You probably would. I'm trying to think realistically like who I would pick. I don't know. I would love to be in office one day, but I can't handle the bullshit of being the president.
I think you'd be great.
No.
I think it's like very few people are like great at like handling that bullshit part. But as far as like the other piece, I think you'd be really good.
Like mayor of Worthington, maybe, but I think that's really the highest I would.
Cast your ballots now.
Oh, sure. Yeah, from Worthington Hills. Just go ahead and put your votes in on the 4th of July parade in Worthington Hills.
Worthington Hills, you've been put on notice.
Oh, yeah. Watch me, I'll be like parading around with like those stupid posters that you like tie on a car.
Can I come behind you with a ribbon dancer?
Yeah, absolutely. Only if you wear tights.
Done. Tights and a ribbon dancer. Look out for us. World, here we come.
We're coming. So, yeah, I know I've just really spilled all my campaign secrets, but what do you guys think? Like, what are you looking for in a candidate? And I know everybody feels passionately about causes. Simi and I both, and we agree on a lot of causes, but we try to be bipartisan around here, so we're not throwing all of our beliefs
we're trying to keep our opinions to ourselves.
But outside of how you feel about specific policy, what else are you looking for in someone who runs your country? What are you looking for in somebody who's going to be the voice of many? I always am just interested to hear what people have to say.
Share.
All right, babes.
Love you guys. Bye.